Here we go then, it's time. The finale of Season 2 in my F1 25 My Team Career Mode brings us to Abu Dhabi. And we have restored maximum sentiment and regained fan bonuses heading into this one after the last episode at Qatar with a sprint. If you want to see what happened, go check it out. Absolutely insane. Our car is strong.
Big news, boss. A new title sponsor is looking to partner with us.
Now, I don't fully get this. I thought I signed a new title partnership with Seren for Season 2, but we've been receiving opportunities, so am I going to basically have a moment where I'm going to get to pick? Because we've had quite a few step forward. PSD is the new one, so we'll see how that evolves in the future, or actually very near future, in the Season 3 prologue or pre-season episode. Now, we have an owner training point pending, which we still can't apply to the activity tab because we don't have enough days to complete it. So we're going to have to do that after this race finishes in the post-season. Now, fresh off the back of Qatar, we are going to do a victory celebration. And by the way, a back-to-back double victory celebration as Hulkenberg won the sprint and the main race, got pole in the shootout and in the main qualifying, and got the fastest lap in every session as well. Grand Salam Hulkenberg in Qatar. Now for this one, we're going to add a QV expansion durability engineering facility upgrade. To be fair, what we have left now isn't really productive because we have almost maxed out our car, and as you just saw, we don't have space to protect any more upgrades right now because we're currently waiting for some other ones to be protected. So nothing happened. We just basically skipped all the way to Abu Dhabi. There was no real updates, and yeah, it's going to be a race against time once this race weekend is over to see if we can protect all those chassis and powertrain upgrades heading into Season 3. In the meantime, we are going to select Hulkenberg for this one last race, and the reason we are going to select him and the reason we won the last two rounds, or the last race, but the sprint and the race at Qatar, is because of one reason only. We are trying to finish P7 in the Drivers' Championship, and we have to beat Oscar Piastri. The gap is 12 points. Now, for us to outscore Oscar by 12 is going to be a pretty big margin. We're going to need something bad to happen to Oscar, or we have another good weekend. But Abu Dhabi hasn't historically been a winning circuit, so we'll see what happens. Now, the constructors, of course, that's wrapped up. Nothing's going to change for us with P5. So yeah, our sole focus is trying to beat Oscar with Nico Hulkenberg. Colapinto is 8 points away from getting the 100-point mark, which would be cool for him to get, but we are not driving as him this weekend. So we'll see if his AI can do it for us. But yeah, I love that we've had some goals to fight for in this second half of the season, especially at the end, fighting Mercedes, fighting McLaren. The car has really come along in the last, I'd say, 7-8 rounds, and in terms of the second half of the season, we've been right up there. Not as a regular race winner, but we've been a frequent podium achiever and getting really strong points finishes in P4, P5, and yeah, there has been the occasional race win as well. In terms of this weekend, we are going to get through the programs. We are done track acclimatization, we did tire management, both of those with a flawless purple score, and the same goes for the race strategy. So a good start to proceedings here in Yas Marina, albeit we don't have any upgrades left to buy or research with resource points. There's no harm in stacking them in case something does happen or we don't protect all of the upgrades. You can see the data looks pretty good. Tire wear 1.09%. Generally speaking, it's fairly positive. Colapinto finishes P7, Sonoda quickest in practice, and we finish in P9. So our car, yet again, seems to be confirmed to be quick. Either way, we racked up maximum points. Our total now 4.6k, and we're looking pretty decent. Got some dev boosts as well. But our key thing is trying to make up some cash. Either way, practice done, updates done. Let's get to qualifying, and let's see if our pace is legit. And then we're going to see if we can fight for anything this weekend.
Welcome to qualifying. It is time to have some laps at the limit in Abu Dhabi.
Now, we begin with Q1, and you can see we actually hit a bit of traffic, and I don't know why the AI still do this in this game, where they'll go out in like a group or a pack, in like a bunch, and we luckily cleared 3 of the 4 cars on this back straight. There's one left to go. It seems to be a Merc as we do go purple in the middle sector. I just hope he doesn't get out of the way, and he does. It's Antonelli, who is the other guy who could potentially finish ahead of us, but after the last race I think we've put him behind us now, so it really is just Piastri who we're aiming to beat. We're going to clear all that traffic and make our way in the last sector now to the line. We take the bollard with us for a ride as we cross the start finish for P2 on a 119.7 and a purple middle and final sector. So the pace is looking actually surprisingly good. The downside, like in Qatar, Piastri is right up there and McLaren seem to be just as quick. Colapinto, P11 right now, not quite on the pace. We finished Q1 and that's exactly where we are going to finish. Colapinto finishes in the end P12. And yeah, no surprises in that one. Both McLarens, both Red Bulls, Mercedes, Ferraris, 97 Racing, both Haas, all in there into Q2. So we jump into the next session. Nighttime now is fully upon us and we have traffic yet again. Once more, it's Jack Crawford. This time gets out the way very nicely out of the left-hander, I believe, of turn 11, and now making our way into the stadium or the hotel section, looking to try and close out the lap. This is probably where we are strongest as Leclerc goes to a 119.2. That's half a second quicker than our time in Q1, which was a 119.7. Through the last corner we go. Let's see, as we take the bollard away for the second time, we do a 119.4 and we go second with a purple sector 3. So pace looking good. We go quicker again, and to be fair, I think unlike other qualifyings, we've been able to do that lap on our first attempt. So not even a second run, not even a second lap. Colapinto is on the cusp in P11 right now, 3 tenths away, and unfortunately we are going to lose him, which is a shame. So yeah, Colapinto out in Q2. To be fair, it wasn't even close. In the end, he was out by a pretty significant margin, 6 tenths. But we get through into Q3 and we are going to contest the shootout. Now, I went out a bit of an awkward time. We had a lot of cars just on this part of the racetrack who were finishing laps, so I just had to basically wait and stay off track to let them go through. It did cost me a bit of tyre tempers. Lando does a 118.7. What? That's half a second quicker than Leclerc's time in Q2. So let's see what we can do. Wow, 118.7. We match Norris, literally 6 milliseconds off. We go purple in the last sector again, but our big weakness is sector 1. Now, I was really happy with the lap. We still have another set of tyres to burn, and we are going to run them now on this final run. With a minute to go, we are the last car to begin a lap, and we are going to try and get this done. So, we know there's time to find the hairpin, turn 5. Also, we find some time straight away at the start of the lap, getting a better exit out the last corner, but we invalidate straight away on the exit of turn 1, and that's going to be the end. And we get demoted to P4 as Verstappen and crucially Piastri improve. So second row alongside Norris. In the end, not getting that last lap cost us. Now, I do believe pole was possible. We already were half a tenth up before turn 1. there was a bit of time at the turn 5 hairpin, and I think with a bit of refinement, the last sector could have been a bit better as well. So I think we could have been right up there with the big boys, and the track really improved, got a lot faster, and we was right there on the pace. So buckle up, folks. It's going to be a race. It's going to be a big one, and Piastri's right there in the fight. So it's going to be 29 laps of pure fireworks.
It's time then for one final race in this year's Formula One World Championship. 2010 saw 4 drivers in contention for the title coming into this race, with Sebastian Vettel prevailing to become the youngest world champion to date. Is the one last sting in the tail awaiting us today? It's time to find out in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have 16 corners here at Yas Marina Circuit, 7 to the right and 9 to the left. It's a total lap distance of 3.28 miles, 2 long straights and overtaking opportunities throughout the lap. And we expect average lap speeds of around 123 miles per hour. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Hülkenberg, Sir Lewis Hamilton and Tsunoda, Leclerc, Antonelli, Russell and Alex Albon, Lawson, Crawford, Esteban Ocon, Pepe Marti, Stroll, Bortoletto, Isaac Hadjar and Ollie Behrman, Colapinto, Aaron, Doohan, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Well, we welcome you to the broadcast. It's going to be some race today. First of all, introductions. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me for this one, Anthony Davidson. Well, it's the last race of the season, but there's still plenty to prove out there. How important is getting the right mentality for this season closer?
Yeah, a lot of races to cover, but it's the same for the drivers. It comes at you thick and fast, and you've got to pace yourself as well to get to this point in the season. If it has gone your way, it's a great time to just enjoy it. There's nothing that can change in the championship pecking order, of course. If you've won the championship already, go out and enjoy this race and send yourself off through the winter break. If it's been a bit of a year to forget, you can try and take a bit of solace in this Grand Prix, end on a high and carry that energy into next season.
Right, here we go then. It's the final race of the season. P4 on the grid. Colapinto has gone way back with a grid penalty, so it's in our hands. We are going to have to make this happen on our own, and Piastri starts second place. He's been very quick all weekend, just like in the last race at Qatar. I think it's going to be difficult. We are going to be pretty much dependent on either Piastri having a bad race, getting damaged or something, or a retirement. Simple as that. I don't think there's any other way we could outscore him by 12 points. So, yeah, we're going to try and go for the win. I think the win's possible. I really do. I think the qualifying, obviously our last run let us down, so I do think we can win this. Strategy-wise, it's going to be quite simple, quite straightforward. It's a very typical one-stop race, this one. I think you can two-stop it, but I just don't think it's quicker. So we're going to go for the one in principle. Tyre temps looked okay in practice, so I don't think we'll struggle on that front. We've got the exact fuel from the practice runs loaded up, no rain forecast, so this should be a fairly straightforward race. The question is, can we win it, and can we outscore Piastri by 12 points? Let's find out. Right, as sun begins to set here in Abu Dhabi, we're going to see how the sun sets on the season and where exactly we're going to finish. So let's see, everyone on the same strap, same tyres, no surprises, so equal playing field. Let's see who's on form, and let's get to it. Right guys, for the final time, like the video, subscribe for Season 2, and let's get into it. Lights out, and away we go. Good start. Norris got the best start out of the top 4, and he's challenging Piastri here. Do we dare? Oh, we do. I thought I had my left front just alongside Piastri's right rear, and we've gone for it. Aggressive move, having to get the elbows out early on. Now we don't want anyone to get away. Also, I get to see now, and I want to see if our pace is legit. I think our straight line speed's pretty decent based off qualifying. Piastri's closing in though, but chooses to not go for a move, so we can take the line through the chicane. Norris with a bit of a poor exit. We have a bit of oversteer, but we've actually had a better exit overall than Lando. We've got a chance here to get past as we go to the outside. Look at that. Beautiful. What a move. Straight to P2, round the outside. Now let's try and keep with Max. If I can stay within his DRS, that would be perfect. And then we can just chill and try and work with him and hopefully at some point overtake him. But the AI very strong in the first sector, so we have to try and cut into this gap a little bit now. Good, really good last sector. Excellent.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
Right, let's just have it nice and tidy through here. Make sure we get that DRS for the back straight, which, to be fair, actually, we might drop Norris. I'm going to use battery to see if I can try and open that gap. So I've left myself with no battery, but I may have dropped Norris, which is a better scenario for us. We'll see. Got no juice left, but hopefully we managed to do it. Looks like Norris still has DRS based off how quickly he's catching me, so we went all in, didn't quite work. But to be fair, Piastri is now on the brink of being dropped. So let's keep pushing the pace. We'll keep burning, stretching the field to see if we can make some gaps and some breaks happen. Right, Verstappen 22-0. We go marginally quicker, and then Norris also does the same. Piastri is out of Norris's DRS range. This is massive, as we accidentally double upshift there. That might hurt us a little bit. Gonna have to burn to stay within Verstappen's DRS. Good thing is we've given Norris DRS, so hopefully he should now pull away from Piastri, and Piastri's got Hamilton for company. So far, this is looking okay. This is going as good as we could have hoped for. So we'll see how things evolve. Leclerc's also right behind Hamilton. So Piastri could well be in a bit of Ferrari trouble. Let's try and stick with Max here. Norris is closing in here. I don't have a ton of battery, so it's making this quite awkward. Ever since I burnt my battery at that initial phase, I've not been able to charge, and I'm out of battery now, so we're going to have to probably wave Norris by this time. As long as Max doesn't get away, that's the main thing. We'll let Norris crack on, and we'll just try and charge for a bit. Hamilton, Piastri battling away. This is good. Hopefully they'll start to drop back now a little bit. We're now getting some charge. Now we're sitting behind Lando, which is good. Exactly what I wanted. Max is getting away and looks to be the man in form. So we'll see what we can try and do later on. I'm still trusting that hard time might give us a second chance, but we've got to try and stay close to Verstappen. Just starting to struggle on the rear now. Let's see. Yep, we're overheating. I could just feel it. Last lap or so, but a couple of slides. So into uncharted territory. At this point, I've already moved my bias forward because I could feel the rears were starting to loosen up a little bit, but it's proven to be a real struggle now for traction compared to the AI. So we're going to have to just probably dig in for the time being. The gap's staying at 2 seconds between Norris and Verstappen, so that's a good thing. I'd say in that last lap or so, it feels like Verstappen and Norris just started to struggle a bit. It was a bit easier for me to keep up and manage my battery and my pace. And actually, the gap is still there, 2 seconds, so it's perfectly within undercut window, or, you know, it's an easily recoverable gap. Piastri, though, is bleeding time. He's battling like crazy with the two Ferraris. I've still not seen Leclerc, but I know he's in that fight. So Tsunoda's just behind, trying to get in the mix. Now, if we run some numbers, if we were to win, Piastri, if he finishes P4, that would not be enough. Piastri would have to get a podium, so we can do this if we win. And Verstappen hasn't gotten away, so it could be game on now. It really could. If we get P2, which is 18 points, then we need Piastri to finish up P7 or something. So ideally, if we want to do this, we need the win. So it's a good thing that Max hasn't gotten away and the gap is still 2 seconds. And also Piastri is fighting sharks at the minute. So it's going okay. Approaching the pit window. Not long to go now. Oh, both Norris and myself sliding there. I think we're all struggling on tyres now to make this one stop work, but it is the way to go. I'm hanging on here. I'm trying to hang on to Norris's DRS. This is going to be marginal. My rears are completely gone. I'm struggling. And I don't have DRS. I've just lost it on the crucial lap. This is the end lap, so not a good time. But we've done a good job of sticking with Verstappen and Norris for as long as I did. So let's bring her in this lap. Get some hard tyres on. We should be more competitive in the second stint as we usually are. We'll see if Norris pits or if they give Piastri preference to get out of that battle. But in we go. I'm expecting Verstappen in. And Norris does stay out, so they're going to give Oscar preference on strategy. Right, that'll do. That's enough of those horrible tyres. Let's get onto some hards. Tyre wear marginal. You can see the temperature's also still struggling. So yeah, Verstappen onto hards. I don't think we held him up there at all. We need a good stop. Come on, this is crucial to undercut Norris. It's good. 2.5. It's not the best stop, but it's efficient with no errors, which is good.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compact strategy.
Right, there's Max. I feel like I haven't lost too much time. I think if anything I gained a little bit. Maybe he had a slow stop. Important that we get DRS on Albon here. That's going to be a nice little helping hand out the pits. Captain Verstappen 2.8, so I feel like we have gained. So Max must have had a slow stop. So that's going to be a nice little side benefit to us. Right, let's get Albon here and clear him straight away. He's going to defend it. Fair play. We'll just outbrake him. Fresh tyres. Go straight through. And crack on. Right, Captain Max 2.7. Let's see what we can do. If we can win, we've got an incredible chance of getting that 7th spot in the Drivers' Championship. Right, everybody else is in, including Norris. Let's see how much of an undercut we got on the McLaren. There he is. Going underneath us right now. We're going to all rejoin and merge on track. Let's see where he is. We're ahead.
Okay, Franco's coming in for his stop.
And it's a significant margin as well. 4 seconds. I've run a bit deep into turn 5 there, but we've got a huge gap over Norris, so that's good. Right now, we're net P2, Piastri net P4. This is not enough for P7 in the Drivers' Championship. We need more. But Max looks quick already. He looks very quick. No purple lap from Verstappen. We match our personal best, and actually, we did gain a little bit on that lap. We gained a lot in sectors 2 and 3, so let's see. Maybe it is game on. At the minute, Norris is even quicker than both of us. The Ferraris are battling. This isn't good. Leclerc overtakes Hamilton. If they start to scrap, they're going to lose Piastri, and that is what we don't want. Then that would force us to have to win this race if we want to beat him, which is looking okay at the minute, but we'll see if we can sustain this pace once tyre temps climb and tyre wear kicks in. 1.2, nearly there. Lando's the quickest out of the 3 of us right now. I am running out of battery though, which might halt our progress. I'm sort of just trying to manage it, but we might run out of battery in the next lap or so. So I sort of need to catch and get DRS within the next lap if I want to try and win this race. I need to get within a second, and then once I get the DRS, manage my battery for a short while and hopefully nick it at the end. But we need to close in now. Oh, come on. Let's see if I can get it on this one. Oh, that's a really good turn 1. I always burn on a quick through here, but we are close enough. We're going to get DRS for the first time. We've made it. Right, I can't believe it. We've actually got a shot at doing this. Now we just got to manage. For the last third of this race, we need to manage. Oh, big moment for Max. He's struggling. We have the upper hand. I've got more pace. It's incredible. Every single time without foul. The hard tyre always comes through for us. But now we're catching traffic. A lot of it. This is going to be interesting. Need to make sure we're right there with Max, but I'm getting dirty air now. Once you get within that half a second, really feel it. And this is also going to give Max the DRS, so we're going to have to be on it from the get-go. Look at this. Look at this. Max is getting screwed over by his own team. There's damage on that V-carb, but we've gone through. Max completely blocked. This time, for the first time, the V-carbs do us a favour and block it up. And for once, I'm not the one that got hindered. I'd love to get DRS off of doing here, but I'm not close enough, I don't think. I also didn't have my best chicane. Verstappen's getting through though, and I think he has got through. We're going to clear Doohan just in time before this left-hander, which is huge. Max will also clear him as well, but we've got a gap here. We've got a huge gap. Max is losing time. I wonder if we've got damage. Look at this, we're gone. Simple as that. We've got the gap already. Alright, come on then, let's manage. Let's manage, and let's try and bring this home. That was a big surprise. Way easier than I thought. I think Max got damage, surely. He's losing so much time. Let's cash in. I used all my battery through there to try and get within a second of Behrman, and we have. So we're going to have DRS, which is huge. Behrman also has damage. So many cars have damage. We'll get a little slipstream, seeing as he's not going to slow down. We'll try and tuck in. And through we go. So no issues with traffic in this one so far. Right. Now we manage this gap. Come on. Right, we're going to reach Marty at the right time. I will say Verstappen seems to be okay. I don't think he has damage. He's got going again. Because he's catching me. So we actually need this to keep the gap to Max. Maybe he had a car issue or something. Or maybe the lap traffic, I don't know, just took him out of his rhythm a bit. But he seems to be back online and up and running. So we've got to get back on the pace. Hopefully he gets held by that Sauber through this final sector. That would be nice. More traffic as we lock up into there. Bortoletto. Hopefully he gets out of the way. Nice and easy. I'm starting to struggle a little bit. Max is really keeping the pressure on here. Oh, I'm getting dirty, yeah. Not helping. Bortoletto might give Verstappen DRS, which might be an issue. Really not optimal there. Not my best line through turn one. Yeah, I think Verstappen's going to have DRS off the back of Bortoletto on this straight. So we're going to prepare accordingly. We're going to drop all our battery here to compensate and make up for it. We'll pull to the inside and break the slipstream. Bortoletto has been passed by Max. Max is gaining, but we're going to burn everything to make up for it. This is critical now. We need this exit. Oh, struggling. I think we got it. Yes, we did. So we don't give Verstappen DRS just yet. We live to fight another lap. Get a warning. Verstappen's here. He's way quicker right now. I've got no answer to the pace. So now we have to manage as best as we can. By manage, I think I mean we let him go on this first straight. And we try and get him back on the second one. That's probably the smartest play. That also would give us battery, and we wouldn't have to burn nowhere near as much. Right. Here we go. Max goes through. Huge overspeed. I'll try and get a slipstream here as we head towards the chicane. He's a little bit offline. Not quite opened up the line. You can see he's compromised himself a little bit. That's going to make it easier for us to go through, as always. But yeah, we'll accelerate, but we've got momentum on our side. We go to the outside and get that one straight back with a lap to go. Let's try and play this smart, and let's keep managing this, and we can win this race. Come on. Right, we're prepared. We're locked in. We've got a healthy bit of battery. Nice and wide through the hairpin, setting up the exit. We'll use a little bit here. I don't want to make it as easy as last lap for Max. I want to make it a little bit harder. Here he goes. We'll use a little bit of battery to stay close. The AI, of course, in full power mode. Just need to do a carbon copy of the last lap. Oh, that's even better than last lap. Here we go. We'll drop everything. This time Verstappen's using everything as well, so we're not going to catch as easily. Down the inside. Make sure we don't run too deep. Let's not leave ourselves exposed. And there we go. We get it back. Beautiful racecraft. Beautifully done. Now we manage it through the hotel one last time. Hulkenberg's last race for the team. Colapinto's last race for the team. We'll see if he's in the points. but for us it's going to be enough, and this should give Hulkenberg P7 in the drivers and back-to-back race wins.
Yes, mate, that's it. Season's over, and what a season it's been. Really great effort from you. The whole team is really proud of you, so thank you for a fantastic effort. See you back in the pit lane.
Thanks for this year, for all this work.
You can chuck out that old stat about podiums, because he's heading there at last, and he's heading to the top step. Nico Hulkenberg takes the win.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
It was a tough tussle on the racetrack. It is now time for the celebrations. He's here. He's really here. Hulkenberg heading to the top step of the podium.
Well, it has to be said, simply lovely. What a performance. Hulkenberg wins again. Colapinto, by the way, P19 to P8. What a performance from Franco Colapinto in his final race for the team as well. Really strong end, guys, to the season. I've absolutely loved it. Colapinto is just going to fall short of the 100-point target, which is a real shame. But to be fair, he put in a bloody good shift. I think Qatar was the one that let him down a little bit, and if he'd done a bit better there on the margins, he could have got the 100 points, but we'll talk about that in just a bit. Piastri P4, that's what we wanted. Antonelli P7, and there is your lot. Leclerc actually dropped to P12 with a 2-stop, so something happened to him at the end of that race. But let's talk about it. Into the standings we go. Officially confirmed, Nico Hulkenberg, P7, 1 point ahead of Oscar Piastri. Hamilton, 25 up the road, could have at one point got P6, but Lewis had a really strong end to the season as well, and we couldn't quite catch him. But either way, Colapinto just 4 points away from the big 100 as well. So an excellent second half of the season, guys. Second half of the season, we were right on the pace. We were right there getting regular points consistently. Maybe not enough for a championship, but definitely for regular podiums and fighting with the big boys. We actually finished the season with 300 plus points, which is not something I expected. And the gap to Mercedes was about 135 points, which is actually not bad at all. So we really did finish strong, and we were one of the big boys at the end. And this is going to feed very nicely into Season 3 and the big changes that I have planned for the team to really take us to the next level and make this a championship challenging season in 2027. Plus, there's many more things at stake, guys. We know Lewis Hamilton is retiring, and of course we've signed 2 new drivers, so there's going to be a shift in the driver market once again. So we'll see exactly what that entails, and there's going to be some big changes at our team as well, because we need to take a step to make a step and get that championship. But guys, I'll leave it there. On screen now, you're going to see the fallout from this race. We should also maintain our top 3, or level 3 maxed out sentiment, and also fan bonuses because we won. So yeah, double points finished. There shouldn't be anything the team can be mad about with that one. But in the meantime, I'd appreciate a like on the video, subscribe for more. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes, guys, for season 2. And yeah, hopefully you're excited for season 3, guys. Do subscribe, notifications on for when those videos drop this week for the preseason and for episode 1 in round 1. But yeah, guys, cheers for watching. A massive shout out to my channel members. Check out the 2 videos on screen, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Ciao, ciao.